Bernard Amenyombese. Welcome to Nature Feeds. This is an aquaculture group that deals with fish aggregation and marketing. It has been a long journey to form this group, starting about 2022, post-COVID. It was formed on the basis of academia, where we were doing research about BSF and Azolla on its impact to aquaculture and bringing solutions towards feeding in aquaculture. So we mobilized ourselves, a group of 7 individuals, 4 gents and 3 ladies. So before ABDP, as I have mentioned, we were in a group of academia, a research group that wanted to bring impact in aquaculture. So after there, post-2022, we got an advertisement from ABDP about the Aquaculture Support Enterprise grant, of which we applied, and ABDP trusted our project and they granted us the grant. So from there it has been a movement that we have accumulated some little cash in our in-kind grant plus the grant from ABDP that we managed to have this location where we set up an aggregation center. So since we got the grant from ABDP, the Aquaculture Support Enterprise grant, we applied for a location. We bought a container, which we installed our aggregation center. We now buy fish from farmers within Kakamega County to empower them. We want to make the business appealing to farmers so that they can venture into aquaculture. So our normal routine here is we aggregate fish from farmers. We gather data from the county coordinator, anatupea database ya wakulima. Then tunaenda kwa field kwa huyo mkulima. We collect data about his production, about his business, how he manages his ponds, and the feeding regime. Then we do sampling to grade the fish. When the grade meets our standards, that's a table size fish, about 320 grams per piece. We then harvest from him, offering a quality market that is consistent and reliable. Once we aggregate the fish from farmers, we bring them to our center. We wash them to remove physical dirt, that's mud and other leafy substances, also slime. We then gut them in our gutting chamber to remove the intestines and unnecessary materials, including the bile. After that, then we do value addition. The value addition we do here, we start by salting. Sometimes we sun dry. Then after that, we marinate and sell them as fried fish. So currently, we deal with the 3 products: whole fish, fresh whole fish. We have marinated fish and also fried fish. We are looking forward to make it bigger, to introduce more products so that we can expound on our market. In terms of the impact that we have felt through this support and having this enterprise, is that first we have created jobs for our own selves. Members, we are the members that work here, so at least we have some job. We have some job that we create outside in the aggregation, the field, in the farm work. The people there, those are indirect jobs. The drivers who drive fish here, who drive customers, those are indirect jobs. Yes, in terms of sustainability, we save part of our income into our account that continues to generate revenue that sustains the enterprise. We also plan to add more products, like I said, fish balls, fish samosas. They are products that go in hand. We have fish and chips currently. So those are revenue streams that are outside the aggregation point that bring us income. We also intend to expand, have a big eatery where people will be consuming large volumes of fish at a day, and that also will bring about sustainability. We also have in-kind grants that help us solve small issues within the group. We have a bike that sustains transport. So I have a background actually. I'm a scientist by profession. I studied biotechnology in university. So the concept that brought me into aquaculture, it was about biodiversity, the conservation of biodiversity. So this comes in that the marine points, the natural sources of fish have been depleted through overfishing. So we intend to bring farmers into aquaculture so that we protect these natural resources. So through that, we have to make the business in aquaculture appealing to farmers. So we come in as aquaculture experts through our science knowledge, where we impact the farmer through extension. We give him extension services, through whereby we test water qualities and advise on the necessary. We also have novel feeding programs. We integrate Azole and BSF into the feeding regimes of farmers. We are able to reduce their feeding cost by almost 25%. So by doing this, it appeals to farmers. We also give them market now. After the farmers have grown, they've benefited from our support, the subsidized fingerlings, cheap feeds, and now quality market. So that brings farmers on board, hence dragging them away from the dependence on the natural resources for fish. We as Nature, we saw this as a gap that we can impact aquaculture. So we went on board looking for various partners who we can expand our impact. So through aquaculture support enterprise, we identified data groups that had the same idea about impacting aquaculture. So we cooperated, we formed a synergy with a group, Pond Connect, that is run by Mark, big up to Mark actually. We formed a synergy that we both go to the field, collect farmers' data, test his water, advise the farmer on the necessary measures to take to improve on his farming, and the deviations that he is having from having quality products. So one of the challenges that we face currently is the market dynamics, the theories in market. People are a bit skeptical about pond fish. They say it has a bit poor taste, it's not, its meat to bone ratio is high, it has, inafeel more mfupa, you see. So another challenge is that pricing. You may get some farmers, they don't understand the aquaculture business, so at the end their products are not so quality, the fish are small in size, so they bring low grades and that affects marketing. You know, fish is fish, and that's, as we said, conservation of biodiversity. Fish, when you consume, let's say tilapia, whether it's raised in the lake, whether it's raised in the pond, it's a specific kind of species. So we try to entice farmers, training them, even the ones that are reared in Lake Victoria, they are still the same as pond fish. So the only difference is that the kind of environment they are raised in. But the nutritional value, the taste, and even the structure, the fish is always the same. So there's nothing like that. Those are just beliefs. This far, we are glad to have received the grant. This far, we started small with a bit 1 farmer, 2 farmers, but we know KAKAMEGA County, it's a large county, and we want to expand our impact, not only within this county, but within the economic block regions that are within our reach. We want to influence farmers and also conserve environment. So going forward, I'm thanking ABDP for the grant, together with the IFAD, through the county government of KAKAMEGA, the fisheries officer, Mr. Mnala, thank you so much for trusting in us, and also ABDP for seeing our project as something that could bring impact in the aquaculture section.